Hi, I'm Melissa Vance with the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to Chamber Chat. Today I'm going to be visiting with Doug Brennicke from Belden Wire and Cable. We're going to be talking about their new program called Pathways to Employment, and then we will be talking with Ed about all of the upcoming events around the county, and ending with Roxy Deer talking all about Farm Tour. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show tonight. My first guest is Doug Brennicke, who's with me from Belden. Welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Melissa. Great to be here.
Appreciate you taking some time to come and chat with us about what's been happening at your plant and your organization corporate-wide. And that program specifically that we're going to be talking about tonight is your Pathways program. Tell us a little bit about that for viewers who may not have seen the huge article in the Palladium recently. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes, yes, Melissa. So it's the Pathways to Employment program, and it's a pilot program that just started this last February. And we're in the infancy of the pilot program now, but we're very encouraged and excited about the initial results. And it's really a second chance opportunity for associates that are either with Belden or would desire to work for Belden should they fail a pre-employment drug screen.
Which is something that we hear about constantly from a chamber perspective. We hear from business after business is we are looking to hire people. We need people that can show up every day and that will pass a drug screen for obvious reasons, not just for their own well-being and for insurance purposes, liability purposes. So of course that's an issue, but we have, I think, as a community, been talking about the drug epidemic through groups like Heroin is Here and others for quite some time. And this is the first time, though, that we have seen a business really wrapping their arms around the problem and saying, what can we as an organization do to help these people not just get through their treatment, but have a job when they're finished? And so I applaud you for your efforts and the other people that you've been working with for taking that effort and making that something that's happening.
Well, thank you, Melissa. And it's something that I personally didn't know a lot about. Obviously, I'm like others and read the papers and the news, and it is a nationwide problem that we're going to have to deal with. And as we tried to scale up the plant over the last year and a half, we, like every other particularly in manufacturing leadership that we spoke with, are having the issues that you mentioned, and that is an increasing percentage of applicants that can't pass a pre-employment screen. And so as we reflected on that situation, we felt that we can either kind of sit back and talk about the problem, or we can roll up our sleeves and try and help solve the problem. And there is no silver bullet to solve this problem, and certainly have learned a lot from the area professionals that work in this specific space, our partners at Meridian and Centerstone. And I think one of the things that's really important is that the constant theme that we've heard from these professionals is that folks need some incentive. They need to see basically what the outcome is going to be if they stick with the program, come out of it in a abuse-free environment, and have the opportunity to get gainful employment. And so it started with an initial conversation at our corporate board level. We had a meeting about 8 or 9 months ago in September of 2017 with a group of community leaders And then we formed a small core team coming out of that particular meeting that really helped put together the foundation of the program, and we're pretty excited about where we're at today.
So tell us a little bit about that core team. You mentioned Meridian and Centerstone.
Yes, and
Manpower has been involved.
And we have Manpower involved. They're our preferred partner when it comes to some of the initial candidates for permanent employment. So we use a temporary to permanent model, and so Manpower is a important component of that equation. And then, as you mentioned, the Centerstone and Meridian are professional service provider partners in this as well. So we've been working hand in hand in trying to outline the elements of the program. As it's brand new, we've all, I think, learned a little bit along the way, and we continue to refine what the program looks like. And as of this stage, we actually have had 9 individuals that have been part of the program thus far. We have 5 individuals that are successfully working at the Belden manufacturing facility here in Richmond. We have 3 individuals that are still part of the program, and we've had 1 individual that elected to opt out of the program, their choice. So
Sure.
Again, still early in the program overall, but again, we're very encouraged about the initial results, and we'll continue to refine the program as we move forward.
So what was your official launch date?
So we launched it in February of this year,
Okay.
And so we had a couple of individuals that we piloted out of the gate, and then as the last few months have rolled along, we've had obviously more folks elect to participate in the program, and we will certainly look at from a participation rate perspective what that looks like moving forward. But right now, it's at a scale that's manageable for not only us but the
Right.
partners and providers as well. So it's
Right.
so far so good.
Good. And so you mentioned a little bit, but just to reiterate, a potential employee can come and not pass their initial drug screen for pre-employment, or if they've been a temporary employee and they are to pass a drug screen before they can be permanently hired and fail at that point. So there's two points of entry currently. Is that correct?
That is correct. And then perhaps one other scenario that we have had here recently as well is a permanently employed associate that heard about the program, felt like it might be suitable for their particular situation, and if that individual volunteers and comes forward to participate in the program, we are accepting those individuals as well, and so any of those particular entry points is possible.
So then when an employee presents in one of those fashions, they are referred to either Centerstone or Meridian for an assessment, and then determined what level in the program they need to be.
That's correct, Melissa. So we rely upon our partners at Centerstone and Meridian to do an initial assessment, and based on that, they get a tailored treatment program or referral based on their specific needs. So we rely upon our partners to make the appropriate assessment and develop a program specific for them. And then there's follow-up through the process to assure that the individual is substance abuse free. And so that's basically at a high level, the process.
Now, because there's a range based on those levels, what would the range of time be that an associate would be in that program?
Sure. So we are currently categorizing individuals in 2 basic categories, a low probability of a substance abuse disorder or a high probability of a substance abuse disorder. And depending on that particular determination, it really helps tailor the program. So those in a low risk category would tend to be maybe an initial meeting, a follow-up session, and that may be the extent of it. However, those in the high-risk category may have a more substantial program, could involve inpatient treatment, that type of thing. So it really is tailored per individual, and we let the service providers give us feedback as to what makes the most sense for that individual.
That's great. Well, one other thing that I just wanted to talk to you about briefly is obviously Belden is the first one out of the gate in our community anyway to try something so innovative. And so tell me a little bit about what you see in the future if you're looking way ahead and this is a successful program. Talk just a couple minutes, we have a couple minutes left, on how Belden may replicate this in other facilities around the country or world, because you're a worldwide organization.
Sure.
And also how you may work with other businesses in the Wayne County area to replicate the program.
Sure. So we'll start with the area first. As we started the pilot originally, we always envisioned this to be not just a Belden program, but really a area program. And we thought, though, that for the core team to have a manageable number of kind of voices in the room to come up with a pilot that we feel good about talking to others about, we felt that was important. Mm-hmm. And I think we're getting to a point now, as we gather more data on the program, that we can reach out to other area companies to see if the model might work for them. We understand that it may not work for everyone. Every company their situation's different. We know the extent of the problem in the area, but again, the solution is not a one shoe fits all type of solution. So we are interested in other area companies that may be interested in going down this path. And then from a company perspective, we're assessing basically, would this model be successful in some of our other locations, and we haven't made that determination yet.
Sure, absolutely. Well, thank you for all of the effort. I know this is a very time-consuming process for you and for others in your business and the other partner businesses to actually pull this together, but I am hopeful, and I'm sure others are as well, that this is going to be just another way that we can turn the epidemic of drug use around into something positive, help the individuals be able to get on their feet and be a contributing member of society. So it's very exciting to see.
Thank you, Melissa. And we're excited about the initial results and excited to share with the community what that success looks like.
Well, I hope that you'll come back and visit us again, maybe in a year, and kind of do a recap on how things are going, and we'll be able to hear all of the great successes.
Certainly. Excited to do so.
All right. Well, have a great day.
Thank you, Melissa.
We will be back shortly. We're going to move over to Ed, and he's going to tell us about all of the great things that are coming up this month around the community. Here he is.
Welcome to A Look Ahead with Ed, where we're going to talk about some of the upcoming chamber events. First off, we're going to talk about the upcoming business education lunches. First off, in June, we have Building a Stronger Team with Nick Johnson, the head coach of the Earlham College football team. He'll be doing his presentation on the foundation building for effective teams. Then in July, we will have Laurel Heights with Lead Your Team to Success. Make this year the year that you get stuff done. Equip your team with the skills and tools to do their job. Laurel Heights will present top team models as a leader's guide to create and sustain top-performing teams. Then we have the next Chamber Network Night with the Richmond Jazz on July 28th. There will be fireworks displayed after the game. They will be playing against the Scouts. The game time is 7:05 p.m. To get your tickets, please contact the Richmond Jazz. Also, we have the Wayne County weekends going on all July and August. We are in Richmond during the first weekends. We are in Cambridge City during the second weekends. We are in Hagerstown during the third, and Centerville through the fourth weekends. Please come out and support the Buy Local movement. Visit these locations, experience what Wayne County, what Richmond, and all of the surrounding areas has to offer. Also, check out the Facebook page, WayneCountyWeekends.com, for the event calendars and everything else that is coming up Wayne County Weekends. Use the hashtag Wayne County Weekends and hashtag Buy Local. Lastly, we have the farm tour coming up on July 12th at Walther's Farm, and I'm going to send it over to Melissa and Roxy for more information on the farm tour.
Thanks, Ed. You always keep us on track with all of the great things that are happening around Wayne County. And now it is my pleasure to have with me my other teammate from the Chamber, Roxy Deer.
Hello, how are you?
Thanks for coming.
Good.
We got you away from all of the crazy event activity
Yes,
in the
absolutely.
office and
Yeah.
got to
We-
bring you in.
We just wrapped up the golf tournament and had a great time at that event. So now we're moving into the farm tour, and I'm excited to talk about that event.
Fantastic numbers at the golf
Yes.
outing, by the way. We
Yes.
had great net results from the dollar perspective, but
Yes.
also just fantastic time. Even though it rained at the end of the day, we had
Yeah.
35 teams.
35 teams. Everyone had a lot of fun. We had a ton of sponsors, and people just were out, enjoying their goodie bags and their T-shirts and just having fun all day. So,
It's a great time. I love being out on the golf course and just smelling that grass and
yes.
soaking up the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
So. Well, we are here to talk about the farm tour, though.
Yeah, it's coming up quickly.
It's right around the corner on
Right.
July 12th.
Yep, July 12th at 6 p.m. It's going to be at Walther Farms in Centerville this year. And so I've been out on the farm once, and I'm really excited for everyone else to see what I got to see.
So this is year 4 of doing the farm tour.
Yeah.
At least in this stint. They used to do a farm tour a long time ago. It took several years off. Now it's back. And have had different types of farms that we've visited between Gullier Farms, who they focus on a lot of crop sharing and farmers markets. Bowman Superior Genetics, they do worldwide genetics business, and Bell's Strawberry Farm last year.
Yeah.
So now we are at the Walther Farm. Tell us a little bit about what kind of farm this is and what people could expect to see.
Absolutely. So Walther Farms is the first large-scale farm that the Chamber's ever toured. It's got cattle on it, so participants will get to see cattle up close and personal. And then they're also known for their farmland and their irrigation system that they use. Technology is a big piece of their farm, and so during our farm tour this year, you will learn a lot about the technology that they use.
This is really the first large-scale farm that we have visited. So they have lots of acres that they farm from a grain perspective. And being able to see just the massive size of some of that equipment.
Yeah, I was shocked. You will actually, at this farm tour, you'll be bused from one end of the farm to the other side of the farm to see different pieces of the farm. And so you're actually going to get a very cool experience while you're there.
And it's about a 5-minute ride.
Yeah.
So it's a large,
It's vast,
a
yeah.
large place, but they are such a great family. So looking forward to spending some time with
truly are.
them. And very involved in 4-H.
Yes,
So
absolutely. So 4-H this year will be our highlighted nonprofit. The 4-H kids will be helping us set up, tear down, but they'll also be selling raffle tickets throughout the night as a fundraiser for them. And we'll just be enjoying and they'll actually be teaching us a little bit about their cattle raising and things like that too.
Right. And they are bringing a brand new element of the farm tour for this year
Yes.
for kids.
Yes, so kids aged 2 to 10 this year will get a whole new experience. A lot of times kids in the past have just tagged along with their parents if they've gone. This year kids will have their own experience. They'll be doing a scavenger hunt around the tour, around the farm to learn different things about the cattle, and they'll actually get to be up close and personal with a cow and get to take pictures with it. And there's also going to be a cow cookie decorating contest that the kids will get to share their cookies with their families later that night.
It's so much fun.
It is.
So much fun. They are going to have a blast.
They are. They're going to be so busy.
Now, if people want to register, they need to register soon.
Yes, absolutely. So you can go to the Wayne County Chamber website and go to our events page and register from there. Tickets are $10.
And their ticket prices are going to be the same regardless
Yes,
of adult or
absolutely.
children.
Yes.
And they can just do everything online, capped
Yes.
at 200, right?
Yep, capped at 200. So the first 200 people, because we do serve a meal at this, you'll have a meal in the barn that night.
And we are excited to very soon announce the caterer
Yes.
for that, but it will be a delicious meal.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a fun night out on the farm.
Absolutely. It's a good night to get everyone together, enjoy the farm, enjoy learning about technology and agribusiness that we don't typically see in our day-to-day lives.
Now, one of the things that most people end up finding enjoyable is that they don't have to navigate to the farm. They don't have to worry about parking in a field
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
walking up. They just are going to go to Centerville High School and park in the parking lot, hop on a bus, and then be delivered exactly where they need to go at the
Absolutely.
exact time. And then they'll hop back on that bus, like you said, and visit the other end of the farm, and then back to the school in the evenings.
Yeah, so transportation, you just arrive at Centerville High School that night. We ask that you get there early so that we can get you to the farm on time. And from there, we will transport you everywhere you need to go, and we'll get you back to your cars at the end of the night.
So really, it's that purpose is twofold. A, there's not enough parking on the farm
Absolutely,
for
yeah.
everyone just because there's corn in the fields and
yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. So there's not enough parking at the farms, but also, again, the transportation to and from each end of the farm.
Yeah,
So
keeps everyone together.
yes.
You'll get to meet
So
lots of people.
Unless you have a really good reason to drive,
Absolutely.
just take advantage of that piece.
Yes, yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about in regard to that event specifically?
I think we're just really excited to see all our sponsors will be there, and we'll have the big meal and the photo booth, and it's just going to be a fun night for everyone.
It's going to be great. And that committee, you know, this is a part of the agribusiness committee that we have been working with. That committee is such hands-on, excited about what's
Absolutely.
happening, and very involved in the agriculture community. As you know, our county is full of agriculture, and the economic impact
Yeah.
is huge. So it's just a really neat time to educate people that aren't in that every day about what's happening.
And this committee's done a great job. They find the raffle prizes for us. So we've got raffle prizes coming from Walther Farms themselves, but we also have from other community members that our committee members have gone out and gotten. And so we're very thankful for their hard work on this event and bringing in sponsorships and all of those opportunities as well.
You know, for people that may not really understand why the chamber would be spending so much time in agriculture, there are a lot of ag-related businesses in the community that either deal in equipment sales or insurance or one of the many other areas
Absolutely.
of agriculture. And then we actually have several farms that are chamber members as well.
Yeah.
And again, they're just as much a part of commerce as other businesses.
Yeah.
You just might not think of them every day.
Yeah, when I visited the Walther Farms, I had no idea the intensity of the work that they were doing and how far that spread out to everyone else. So I'm excited for people to visit.
Well, thanks for being with us,
No problem.
Roxy. Appreciate it. And we'll look forward to being on the farm very soon,
Yes.
July 12th.
Yes.
If you are interested in tickets for that, visit wcareachamber.org and you will be able to register online. Do that very soon. Tickets are limited. And before we end our show today, I wanted just to give shout out to a couple folks. First of all, our School is Cool winner is Faith Stiegel from Northeastern High School. She chose the car. She got to choose from her choice of a car or a scholarship, complimentary compliments of Wetzel Auto for the senior celebration this year. So congratulations to Faith. And then also I just wanted to give a shout out to several of our local businesses that we've visited recently. Restored is a brand new business we did a ribbon cutting for, as is Jimmy John's on the east side of town, the Cozy Nest in the Depot District, Ugly Mugs in Centerville, and we were at Ullery's recently celebrating them as the 1,000th member of Indiana Grown. So congratulations, Ullery's. Special thank you to Secret Ingredient for providing my wardrobe every month. I always feel very stylish, and so thank you to them. And I just want to encourage you to visit downtown, go check out all the shops down there. Construction's going on, but it's okay. They need your business, and it's a great place to be. We'll see you next month.